Good morning, this is Vlogmas something or other, day something. So I'm just going to do a quick video showing you how I make an eBay listing, do my photos and just generally put it together. So just a really quick video. It's not going to be, you know, keeping you forever. I'm not going to draw it out. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Go, go, go. The reason that I'm showing you this today is because I'm in the process of photographing all of this and this and this before they get all creased again from me ironing them. So usually what I do is well, I don't have the clock there because if that hangs on there, I'm going to have to close this window. This is the problem that I've got, and this is the problem that I have in winter. It's the bloody light. It's either there's no light or there's the wrong light. So as you can see, this is the spot where I put my mannequin. So yeah, that's gonna have to stay closed for a little while, but I see I've still got shadows. So I've got male mannequin on a rod, which I do use some female things because, you know, not all of us have got boobarellas. And then this is Miss Boobarella, the half mannequin, which I hang here and put the garments on. So I know what I'm doing. I'll just show you, just show you. Yeah, so she goes there and all the vibrant colour stuff gets photographed there, or with the mannequin. I tend to put these curtains down. You see, I've got that one up because it causes bother, but I think the light's going to obliterate me today. So I put those curtains down and take a photo on the male mannequin. This isn't really helping because I'm not showing. And then if it's a lighter colour, I take it in the other room. So I'll show you what I do in the other room because it doesn't show up on the paint colouring that I've got. So when it comes to lighter items or, you know, like white or something that isn't really showing up very well on the cream, I take it on the back of the door in the bedroom because it's just, it makes more sense. It makes a lot more sense because this is the same colour as what we've got in the lounge, and you'll see it is exactly the same colour. So you just, there's absolutely no point in taking a picture against the same colouring as the garment that you're taking a photo of, because nobody will be able to see any of it and it won't sell. So that's what I do with the cream and white items. And then, so after I've done it on the mannequin, I tend to do a flat lay, not quite like this. I've just done this one. So I will lay it out and I'll just show the, you know, the details. So I'll do it like that because sometimes it just looks different on to what it does laid out, and then I'll show you, I'll take a photo of the care labels and both sides of the care labels because it just shows a different perspective of it. The other thing that's relevant is I have a rug that I do flat lays on, and I also do flat lays on the wooden laminate. So depending on what the colouring is, so obviously that jumper, that t-shirt that I've just done wouldn't show up very well on that, and you know, vice versa. I take all my photos on my phone and I create the listing on the eBay app. So this is one here, the garment that you've just seen on the floor there, I've just, you know it was Modern Rarity, it's not LK Bennett. I will just go onto the app, go on my stuff for sale or stuff I've sold, and find something similar that's my listing template, and then I will just drop the photos into that. So that's the Modern Rarity photos in there, even though it says LK Bennett. And then I just I'm more out of breath today than I realised. Then I'll just go in here and I'll just change this, but it's not crossbody. So obviously Modern Rarity V-neck, I don't want that there. looking weird. So put all the details in there, get rid of all this. So I'll deal with that in a minute. There's my photos. So this is generally what I do. I do one front, where are we? Side, close up of that, someone needs to be there. And then all these showing the perspective of it. And then I've got my flat lays there with the thingy, the care label, and then anything unusual, which the tied cuffs on this was a bit unusual. So then I'll fill in all this. I need to drag the top over on there. The first thing I'll probably do actually with this one, this is my little write-up that I always have, so I tend to do something very similar to this, but I always put my measurements in. So while that's just laid out, I will just grab the measurements of that with my tape measure. And yeah, once I've filled in all that, fold it up nicely for it to be put away, and then I'll weigh it. Obviously put the price in that I want. I always do, hang on, I've got shaky syndrome on my hand. I always do free post, so I just make sure that the price that I've put makes sense of that. And then I put in, I'll weigh it in a minute, and then I'll check where that falls in. I've got my rates here. So I always go on the worst case scenario. I don't use GSP. So I just go on the worst case scenario after I've weighed it to see where it falls in. And then I just put in European, United States, and everywhere else in the country. So I go Europe, zone 1, and then zone 3 for everybody else. And just put those postage rates in, and that's it. That's basically what I do. So I'm going to end up with a pile of stuff, and a pile of stuff in drafts in a minute, and that will be me doing my listing. So I don't know how much this makes sense to everybody. But that's how I do it. I've done the main filling in now, so I've put in what's relevant, which is that it is slightly sheer, that it's a knit, is oversized, sizing and cuffs, and as you can see, I've got one character left, so I've filled that out. Obviously the photos are in, and then I've filled in all of this to the point where that is not giving me any hassle. So this is the thing that's being a right pain at the moment, is character. So I've just clicked Charlotte and Dream. Oh, there is another one that's always like, you can't argue with. Happy. Maybe Harmony as well. I don't know who that is. But there we are. If somebody's searching for that, they'll find me. I want to put some more things in here, but it won't let me. It's very frustrating. I don't know why. I think sometimes you need to save it as a draft and then go back into it. So going back into it. Why does it want me to sign in? Why? Come on now. Right, so hopefully that will have refreshed that bit, and I can put some more bits in here. I can't remember now what I was thinking. Oh, there was something that I wanted to put in. That one's always a good one. Stick that one in. I tend to like to fill this up. I can't think what there was something really like very obvious that I wanted to put in. We're going modern. Oh, I know, it's something I need to type in because it's not in here. The old Largan look. I think I've spelt that right. Don't know. I can't. I'll have to just check that. And then I've just put things in here. Tasseled isn't really helpful, but I don't like to leave these things blank. It is technically tasseled, the tie cuffs. And then just filled all the rest of these in. And now the street cleaner's turned up. Party and cocktail, we'll tick that as well. I do tend to actually add one of my own. I bet all you can hear now is the street cleaner. So I tend to add, I must have picked up the wrong template with this. So this is a UK 8, so it's a US size 4. So I tend to put that in, and then I tend to put the EU size in, which I think would be 38. 38? That sounds right. Yeah, I think that's right. I'll check that. And then I've put my details in here. I've put made in Italy in because it is made in Italy. As you can see, I've got the garment now in front of me. There, you can see my manky leg. Yeah, so made in Italy. And one of the things that I do try and do, because obviously the important thing is pricing, which I haven't worked out my pricing yet. I'm probably going to go for $34.99. So on another tab, I have got, I'm searching their modern rarity, and if you go down this side bit here and do completed listings, it will show you what things were sold for. So if it is green, that means what it's sold for. But most of these are like, the fabric content is like cashmere, as you can see, cashmere or silk. So those are the ones that are selling for around the 40 to 60 region. So I think I'm going to go in at 35. There's a fellow reseller who's on Instagram there, Emma. I went and checked hers, and hers was silk, hence why she got 40. So I'm going to try for it at 35, and I don't know, hopefully maybe I'll get 30. I don't know, you never know, I might be lucky, or I might be underselling it, but I think going in at 35 seems okay. You see, that's similar to the style that I've got, but it still is silk. One of the other things that you can do is you can put in the if it's got like a number on it, you can put the number in. I don't know what that number means, but there's not really much information on here. So a lot of the time you can put that in and it'll come up with the design, and you can also grab a stock photo if you want. But for some reason this has come up with Pokemon Slowpoke. So that's not helping me. So I'm just going to go with the 35 mark, and then of course I've got to weigh it, which I haven't folded it at the moment, so this isn't like the best method. So 210, which means that I can do it for 10, 14 and 15 on my thing. So that's right. So that can go live now. That's as much as I need to do. That can go live now once I've done all those little checks I just spoke about. I might put the sizing in after it says made in Italy there as well. So I know everybody else probably does it very differently, but that's always worked for me. I like to just, like today, I've got all this stuff. I'm going to take photos of it. I'll have them all on my phone. I'll go through it and delete the crap ones or the out of focus ones. Because that's it. I tend to like snap a few in case there's some dodgy ones, but I always try and do 12. And sometimes when I do more than 12, it's really hard to know which ones to delete. So I try and like be concise and just do the 12 that I need. Otherwise, you know, you'd be there forever. And then I can just sit and relax on the sofa and just put them all on the mobile app as cell similar, and not get into it there, and then get into it on my laptop with all the detail. And then I have a pile of everything that I've got photoed and everything I've got in drafts there, and then I can just work through it of an evening or whenever I feel like sitting and doing a load of listings. And that's how it works. That's how I find the best way to do it is. I don't tend to sit and measure them all in like one sitting. I find that a bit stupid, because I think that's just like handling something, you know, more than you need to. If I'm sat down doing it in a listing, I tend to have the garment in my hand because I want to see what size it is. I want to like check the colour of it. I want to describe it properly, and I want to put on the exact fabric content onto the listing. And at that point I will just lay it out behind my chair here and measure it at that point, because it's just easier, because I've got to fold it up and put it away then anyway. And so I may as well do it at the point of listing rather than adding an extra phase point, you know, to the listing process, which is a bit of a faff anyway. So I'm going to have a full day now of photographing. It is Tuesday the 15th of December today. Obviously different videos come out for Vlogmas today, but that's what I'm doing today, while it's sunny, even though it's the wrong sun. But what can you do in winter? It's always stupid in winter. There's always something stupid happening. So right, thanks for watching. I won't go on anymore. Probably haven't really helped. Everybody has their own way of doing things, but as you can see, my setup is just in my own home. This is my living room. I do photos in my bedroom. You don't have to have like a real serious setup. I wait for these sunny days to do my photos, because it's just, I don't want to have another light. It's bad enough that I've got 2 mannequins flying around, which I keep behind the TV at the rest of the time. But I don't want to have loads of paraphernalia and lighting and the rest of it knocking around. And I did have a camera, but I tend to use my phone now, because I do have a low light camera on the phone, and there's no need to have a separate camera for this, because as I say, that adds another stage, because then you've got to plug your camera into your thing, you've got to download them, you've got to edit them on there. Doing my photos on my phone means I'm only looking at them on one place, and then I can delete them really quickly once they're on eBay. Yeah, that's another one. Don't delete your photos until you've created a listing, because sometimes there's something wrong with the draft that you've made, and it'll tends to only hang around as a draft now for about 3 weeks before it's deleted. I don't know. It's a new thing. Maybe they haven't got enough memory on eBay. But there you go. So that's sort of a rough explanation of how I make my listings. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. I need friends. I need lovers. Thank you. Goodbye.